so he started to chew the frame of the door, and somehow he managed to get the lock off, and the lock pinged off, and I came in and he was sitting next to Nika, looking a little bit, ooh, sorry. My name is Shelley and I have 4 Rhodesian Ridgebacks. They're called Ridgebacks because they have a ridge of hair that runs the opposite direction along their backs. They were bred for guarding the huntsmen from the lions. They'd work as a pack and intimidate the lions. Rhodesian Ridgeback's temperament is very athletic. They have lots of energy. They love a good run around. However, at home they're couch potatoes. Nika's very laid back. She's the smiley dog. She's always happy, always wagging her tail. Odie's the gentle giant. Everybody loves Odie. He's just a really friendly, happy-go-lucky dog. Kaya's the high energy one of the 4. Zula's the more sensible, older dog. She's in charge. She will tell them off if they're overstepping the mark. Nika's running about as normal, but she has a little secret. She is pregnant. So it was the afternoon. I was going to the shops, and as Nika was in season, I put the girls in the dog's room and locked that, and Odie in the kitchen. He worked out that the handle on the door that humans bend needs to be bent. So he started to chew away at that until he managed to bend it, and that opened. Then he went to the dog room, which was locked in order to keep him away and no accidents happening. And he started to chew the handle of that door as well, because that worked in the last door, but that didn't work because it was locked. So he started to chew the frame of the door. And somehow, I'm not quite sure what happened in between chewing the frame and getting the lock off, but he managed to, and it pinged off. He must have body bashed the door, or I don't know, scratched at it, I don't know. And the lock pinged off, and I came in, and he was sitting next to Nika, looking a little bit, ooh, sorry. By 8 o'clock on the 7th of April, we had 9 puppies.
Are you glad it happened anyway?
Oh, I am. Like I said, I absolutely love it. I just wasn't planning this litter. Yeah. The puppies are 1 week old. They can't see and they can't hear. To identify the puppies, we use soft fabric collars. If one puppy crawls slightly away from Nika, she will cry. That's one of the reasons why I sleep downstairs next to her for the first 3 weeks. I will feed her as much as she will eat. Puppies have a really well-developed sense of smell, which they use to navigate their environment. Milk is the most important thing to them, and fishing through the other puppies, pushing them out the way to get it, is their main focus.
Mum is absolutely loving it at this stage. She loves the puppies. She's constantly cleaning them and fussing over them. Puppy's eyes are just starting to open. They can see, but things are a bit fuzzy to start with. Their pads on their feet are very soft.
What do you think it's like being a puppy at this moment in time?
Very relaxing, I think. Get cleaned by mum. You're warm, well fed, sleep a lot. It's, yeah, eat, sleep, poo and repeat. Yeah. The puppies are now 3 weeks old. Puppies are still constantly feeding throughout the day. They feed for longer now. Mum's got a lot of milk coming in now because the more puppies feed, the more milk comes in. So nutrition-wise, she's eating loads of food now. Puppies are taking quite a lot from her. Teeth are starting to appear, so weaning can start. We start off on a very watered down chicken paste, so it's easy for puppies to start learning to lick rather than suck. They're starting to mouth each other, very, very first signs of mouthing, just as their gums are just starting to get a little bit sore, as the teeth are just starting to come to the gum line. Puppies are just starting to waddle around, trying to get on their feet, very wobbly. Yeah, competition is building now. Sibling rivalry. Who's going to get to the best teats? The puppies are 4 weeks old. Puppies are definitely starting to form strong bonds with each other. Puppies aren't so floppy now. They also start to come outside for the first time this week. Puppies are more demanding these days, and they will all rush her at once. They're quite rough on her. Their claws are quite sharp, their teeth now are quite sharp. As puppies are starting to wean now, they need less milk from mum. So she is starting to naturally reduce feeding times. Dad's allowed to come in now, but she'd rather her oldest daughter, Puppy's half-sister, doesn't at this stage. She's not quite so careful as the other dogs, and Nika knows that. Very early days I put a mat because we happen to have a step outside. Puppies will literally drop off the step if I didn't put anything there. They would just tumble. They would be very cautious, climbing up and down and trying new things. And they're still very weak, yeah, they're still not that strong. You know, they're still learning how to use their limbs. The puppies are 5 weeks old. Lots of humans, big and small. They're spending lots of time outside, running around, socializing with the other adult dogs. The step now is understood that they need to take it with caution. Mum wants to come in because she loves her puppies to bits. And then they all want to feed at the same time. And she says, And then she goes back out again. Mum is just a food source now. Puppies are becoming a little more boisterous this week. They will challenge each other. They're starting to growl at each other, which is a very important part of the play. Puppies are 6 weeks old. Finally, Nika will let big sister come in now to play with puppies. Kai can be a bit clumsy. She has very long legs and she doesn't always remember to use them correctly. She has kicked a puppy once or twice in her desperate or keenness to play, but she absolutely adores them and she'll do huge leaps over them. So puppies are just learning that they can chase her, and she's just teaching them different games. So they're learning how to play Chase Me Around the Table right now. And some of them are a little bit confused about what the rules are. They learn so much from play. They're learning how to behave around adults, what's acceptable and not acceptable, what a growl means, when an adult's playing or being serious. I absolutely love it. I find it fascinating from week to week what they learn, how they develop, and it all happens in 8 weeks. It's so quick.
How much of your time are you spending with the puppies over this 8 weeks?
24/7.
Really?
I literally don't go out unless I have a puppy sitter, and even then I'd rather not go out. I love it, absolutely love it. I feel privileged to be able to bring these puppies into the world. The puppies are now 7 weeks old and nearly fully weaned. Mum's down to only feeding them once or twice a day. They are eating 4 meals a day of meat, minced chicken and bone. They're making very good eye contact this week and are showing good signs of learning. They've developed so well at this point that I've taught them to sit.
So we're 8 weeks, puppies are 8 weeks now, and they're just starting to go to their new homes. It's hard, it's nice that they're going to new homes, but yeah, it's a little bit bittersweet.
Hello, how are you? Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
Oh, she's working.
I think she recognises you, doesn't
She totally does.
she? How many times have you been?
Every week.
Every
since
week,
first
yeah,
met her.
pretty much since, yeah.
When I was younger, growing up, I came from a particularly not a very good background at all, and I ended up getting taken to foster care. And while I was in foster care, I sat there and I was like, I really want to get a puppy. But obviously that's not the type of thing that happens easily in foster care. And I sat there and I thought, if I can prove that I am responsible, and I was 8 or 9 at the time, that if I'm responsible, maybe I'll be allowed a puppy. So my decision at the time was to go into the garden. I found a rock, and I found a rock that had a hole through the middle of it. It was very specifically for a reason that I could then attach a leash. Now the leash, with my case, was just a piece of string, which I then fed through. And then I treated that rock as if I would treat a puppy, walking it round, washing it, feeding it, playing with it, just to prove that I could be responsible. Obviously it never resulted in getting a puppy, but now is the point in my life where I have a little bit more time so I can actually be and have the whole puppy experience, and I'll be here for her. Feels amazing.
How was I to know?
If I could go back and just say to the younger me, don't worry, it's going to happen. It's 40 years away. It will happen. Yeah, it's a really lovely feeling.
How was I to know if we'd make it through just one more time? But with you in the winter, my heart cries just a little more each time. With you through the winter.
Yeah, there's an amazing family. I know she's going to have some amazing adventures, and yeah, she's going to have a great life. Feels a little bit bittersweet because I'm going to miss her. I'm going to miss all the puppies, but she's going to have a great life.
In